Because the first 10 seconds never make it onto the stream.
First 10 seconds never
Don't
make
know
it
why.
onto the stream.
Okay, now.
Okay. Hello, everybody.
Hey.
My name's Devin.
In case you forgot.
Yeah. I haven't been on the stream for quite a while. It's been some time. But lately, I had a child that was born, and that changed my life completely. But anyway,
As children tend to do.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess she's cool a little bit. But who is it?
I don't know.
Anyway, what we were talking about was I'm frustrated by Square Enix right now. Square Enix in general, because I think they're still treating us inferior to Japan. With their releases and stuff.
It's Christian. Do you know Christian?
I don't know Christian.
Christian Rodriguez.
He's Devin. I-N. Yep. There's no other Devin that's acceptable.
Devin.
Yep.
Okay, I see.
Hey
Christian.
What's up, Christian? But we're just talking about how Kingdom Hearts games get released. Well, before the last few. But it's still continued in this fashion with Kingdom Hearts Unchained Key, is you'll get an update in Japan, and then it takes a few months, the update translates over to the West.
Hey, Zero. How
and I
you
think
been,
that's
boy?
bull. They do that still.
Yeah, I don't know. At this point, they should get it caught up quick. And, like, the thought of them... Here, you want to play?
Yeah.
The thought of them doing a non-simultaneous release for Kingdom Hearts 3 is just... It's not gonna happen.
That's not going to happen at all. Like, that's completely...
See if there's a better Keyblade real quick.
Yeah. Oh, it's been a while. That's not going to happen at all. I mean, it's going to be a simultaneous release. Kingdom Hearts 1. I was playing that recently.
Don't bother,
no.
but put Hero's Crest on Valor form.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay. Back on track. Anyway, Kingdom Hearts 3 is going to come out simultaneously, but Kingdom Hearts Unchained Key still is delayed for the West, and I don't understand it. Like, there's nothing different in the aspect of the gameplay. There's no voice acting that needs to be changed. It's literally just dialogue that needs to be translated from Japanese to English.
Mm-hmm.
That's not the only thing that's different, though. I mean,
What's that for?
Japan gets better draw rates. They get better.
Are their rates better? I never actually looked that up.
I think their draw rates are better. And then they also get more free medals on draws. Like, I thought that was bullcrap when I saw that. They saw that they
Sora, Donald,
I think like one or two premium draws ago they had like a Mickey and Brooms just with like an EX medal.
Oh,
like
yeah.
you drew, you get it. And so,
I mean, we're catching up, but we're perpetually behind.
Right, but it's not that we're behind, but we're just treated differently. It's like they value those fans more in the West. And I would say you have more fans in the West now than you actually do Japan, because Japan's such a small place. I mean, yeah, it's very highly populated, but it's so small when you're compared globally. And so I think that Square Enix, especially Square Enix North America, really needs to do a better job at making people want to play their games more.
Yeah.
And this is especially with Kingdom Hearts Unchained Key.
Yeah. Actually, Christian, like I mentioned, Union Cross now. He used to play Union Cross. It was probably Unchained Key at the time. But I mentioned, hey, you can be in our party if you want, because I knew he likes Kingdom Hearts, and he said I'd have to re-download it, but yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't know. I wonder how many people who've downloaded it, kind of gotten sick of it, and just have been done. Whatever it is, I don't know what it is, because that usually happens to me, but it's probably just the fact that it's Kingdom Hearts. But I've kept playing.
Medal.
Yeah, I got him though.
You got it? Oh my gosh. See?
But my GP account is worthless.
Draw rates.
Yeah, let's see.
See, you've got whole percentages up there.
No, it's still a 0.58%.
Yeah,
that's the thing with our...
0.83 though.
That's
Is
just
that the trait?
That's the trait medal.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about the .78 or 0? That actually is 0.78, so that's going to be boosted, right?
Yeah, that actually is better because ours is .058 for a boosted instead of .078. So,
Yeah.
but still, it's I feel like the draw rates have to be the same. We just kind of double check. Yeah.
So the thing that I thought the draw rates had to be a little bit better in Japan because Japan has more strict rules on gambling in the games. Like
Yeah.
I thought they specifically had a rule, like a law where like you had to have a specific draw rate for things or else it was considered gambling in games, which is actually illegal in Japan.
Well, apparently .58 is enough.
Right. But
by the way, I had I log into this like once or twice a week. Just I don't know why.
mm-hmm.
But anyway, I literally had 4,500 joules pulled once and got him.
We pulled once and got him. What's
So he decreases
I want to show my good friends.
the not upright, the reverse defense by 2 tiers for 2 turns, I think,
Well,
and
that's
just
all right. Just as
as a
long as
crazy
it's ready for
multiplier.
Christmas.
I read about that upright raid boss that you have right now.
I'd best
That
be
like
off.
Yeah,
applies upright
Sandy
attacks.
right away.
yeah. I think it heals
Goodbye for now.
the guy.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
I do not want to come across that. My reverse medals suck.
I've managed to get well. Okay, no, on the account that like on my free to play account with you guys,
Yeah.
like it's worthless. It's
Oh,
I have
wait,
one setup and it's all
hold
upright.
on. You claim that that's your free to play account? Is this no longer? Is your Japan account not a free to play?
Oh
Are
no,
you a whale? Are you
No.
whaling on the Japan account?
No, I'm saying like my main account on this phone for global. I'm what my group says is CTP or C2, the number 2 P, and that's what that was. They told me it was cheap to play, so I spend every once in a while when the deal's good enough. But they haven't really allured me for a long time. I don't think I've spent anything since November.
Yeah.
But anyway,
The thing is I can just tell. I know they've been scaling the game a lot more now.
but I'm finishing Leap, by the way.
Okay. I know they've been
Um,
scaling the game a lot differently so that medals aren't as good. I mean,
Mhm.
you know, I feel like, my Illustrated Kyrie EX, especially in the Coliseum, it makes a big difference for the buffs that it gives, but it doesn't do damage at all.
Yeah.
Even with a copy medal, it doesn't do anything. So they're making the game a little bit harder.
Yeah. Oh wait,
But-
was his auto limit off?
Oh, yeah, let's turn off
Just
that.
make sure. Okay, we're good.
Okay.
That.
And then I just feel like they're making it a lot harder. Oh my gosh, this stupid. We have 15 AP boost. Should we just?
I save those for when I actually need them, because if you get to it, I usually get toward the end of the game and I have a bunch left that I use on Donald and Goofy, because I have absolutely no need for them.
Really, I don't use any on Donald and Goofy. I'd rather have 40 plus on, more 40 more on Sora that I need
I
than
don't
to
know.
waste one on
I
Donald
just save
and
it
Goofy.
for when I actually need it, just in case.
Except the first time I played Kingdom Hearts 1, I used Magic Boost exclusively on Donald and Strength Boost or Defense Boost exclusively on Goofy.
Oh, that's silly.
Just because I thought that's how the game works to an 11-year-old. It's oh, Donald's the magic guy.
Oh, sorry we haven't been reading. He said I stopped playing because everyone I knew was
Let's play this stuff.
that was playing stopped. So well, a few people now, but no pressure. I really,
I
wouldn't pressure anyone.
Yeah.
If you want to play, you're more than welcome to.
I don't recommend that's the thing. I used to recommend the game to people sometimes, not so much anymore. Just because I don't know.
I honestly,
enjoy
I would recommend getting into it now and then having a few jewels, hoping that Anniversary is fun and jam-packed with content.
Yeah. Stop rates.
Yeah, those are fun. Oh, by the way, presets, L1 triangle is reflect, square is blizzard, and
You know,
X
though,
is
I just
magnet.
hit things.
that's true.
I'm like, I have a.
I don't think. I think we get magnet here in Halloween Town,
Yeah, I think you're right.
which is. I'll show you like a really, like a trick with magnet that makes crowd control not only easier but like really fun to watch. when we get there, which it sucks because when we get magnet, then we have to go to the worst world in the game.
Atlantica.
No, we don't have to go there. Well, I guess we don't have to go to Pride Lands either, but we're gonna do Pride Lands.
You have to go the first time, don't you?
No.
You don't have to go to Pride Lands at all.
Wait,
no,
you
I
do.
think the second
You do.
second time's optional.
The first time I played this game, I didn't go to Pride Lands because I saw that there was a new chapter in Hollow Bastion or something. No, it was in Twilight Town, and then that led me to Hollow Bastion, and then I just kind of like all the worlds kind of went away as an option, so I never actually did the first Pride Lands. And then playing everything the second time, I just played Pride Lands Part 1 and 2 in a row.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that was kind of silly.
I
don't like that world.
I wonder why they did it as a throwaway world, just because of the gimmick of Sora being a lion.
I guess so.
They realized that people aren't really going to want to play this world, so why don't we just make it optional?
Yeah.
Which
I think it genuinely is optional, because I was just thinking of... Well, when I watched Bloody Biscuit's speedrun in like 2 hours and something minutes, and he didn't go into Pride Lands.
Yeah,
so it is skippable.
it would absolutely piss me off if there were skippable worlds in Kingdom Hearts 3.
Yeah.
But I think, what did they say, 10 worlds or something? That was
so... I'd have to like see what the source is, but right now the general consensus is that we're having 10 Disney worlds. And more original worlds than we've ever had in a single game.
Right. So there's more than 10 worlds. It's just 10 Disney worlds confirmed.
Yeah.
Which is going to be insane. Like, if those worlds are really as big as they say they are, and
I'm really excited.
15 worlds or something.
I don't think there's going to be second visits either.
Well, that would be cool. You know, I think second visits. I kind of like second visits in Kingdom Hearts. I just think that. Yeah, I think the development can go towards something else other than having you go back to the same world and visit one, because there's always one area that you couldn't go to before.
Yeah.
You know, like
I'm fine with that. Like if the new area is rather large, you know.
Right, but also at the same time, it's like, is Kingdom Hearts 3 gonna block us off from visiting things, or is it gonna kind of play more like an open world where it's like you can kind of go anywhere you want, like.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's gonna play exactly like that. I think it's gonna play like these games, but bigger and more open areas with things you can actually explore.
Right.
And then like secrets and stuff that you can find.
I'm so excited for NPCs, and I hope
Me
that
too.
there's like quests with NPCs.
That would be
really cool.
that would be really interesting. That'd be a first.
Because
I mean,
like,
not counting 358 over 2 days, but that doesn't really
Right.
count either.
but imagine, because like, here's the thing, with most worlds in Kingdom Hearts, like this world, for example, there's a ton of other characters that never get shown, like the werewolf and all that stuff, and like, you know, from it really didn't have a big part in Nightmare Before Christmas, but how cool would it be if, like, you know, you went to the werewolf and he had a quest for you to do or something, like. And I hope they're not all like fetch and like go get this or save this or.
I worry that like quests would become what they are in 0.2 Birth by Sleep, where they're just random things that you do. They act more like achievements than a quest.
Right.
But I don't know, like that'd be really cool. But it's weird to think about a Kingdom Hearts game having, you know, like quests like a traditional RPG does.
Yeah.
But that would be fun. And what I was going to say about, like, the Kingdom Hearts most of the Kingdom Hearts worlds, and I guess while we're playing this specifically Kingdom Hearts 2, it's a very small amount of area that you're actually dealing with, but you backtrack a whole ton.
Yeah.
And then the second visits, it's just shameless padding to be honest. Whereas in Kingdom Hearts 3, I think they're genuinely trying to make the areas big enough. I'm gonna answer. This is Eves, who's currently
You're live.
maybe not bailing on us. I don't know. You're on speaker, dude.
I'm on speaker?
Yeah.
And you're live.
I made no promises.
Don't care.
I know.
What are you doing?
We got Splatoon and I've been playing with Tony.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That sounds fun.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah.
Is that all?
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
So I had a chicken that I needed to roast.
Ah,
That's what I've been doing too.
I see.
Yeah.
Well, is that an analogy and you're the chicken and we're doing the roasting?
No, there's no roasting being done on me.
I see. Alright, man. Well, that's cool. No worries.
Yeah.
Maybe next time.
Sorry. I should let you know.
No, it's all good. But yeah, let me know when you, like, get to level 10 and stuff in Splatoon.
Okay.
Because then we can
Tony's been playing.
be on a team. Doesn't matter, like, he still gets points no matter what, so... Just have him play on your account.
I hate these enemies. They are the worst.
Yeah.
Is Splatoon one of those games that
I'm
rewards
okay.
you
I don't think he cares.
whether you win or lose?
Yeah, but obviously you get more points when you win.
What kind of world? Where we get participation points.
What's
No, hey.
frustrating is right now he has the dual splatties,
Yes.
and he points to the ground right in front of him. And
Yeah.
then he shoots, and he has to cover every square inch.
That's some good stuff right there.
Stop it.
Kind of like that guy I showed you that I was following around that only could not move his right analog stick. Yeah. Anyway. Alright, man. We're live right now, so I'm gonna let you go.
And I died.
Okay, have fun.
I died from a
Alright,
jack
cool,
in
man.
the box.
Yeah, but
Alright, wait.
I hate the jack in the box.
You should have used the limit.
Yeah. I thought about it.
I don't think you did.
I did for
Did
a
you?
second, and I was like, "Well, Trevor's gonna say, why did you use all the drive gauge?"
No, that was the limit. Just uses your MP gauge.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. And I don't care. Do what you want, man. That's we get drive gauge back, and you don't really need drive gauge for any of the bosses here. So feel free to go for it.
Because one thing that I realized is when you play this game, using the drives makes it kind of a lot more fun. Especially if they as they level up. Don't kill me.
Clutch heal, Donald.
I don't have block. There you go, Donald.
What do you mean you don't have block?
Like, I do, but I don't know. I was expecting the block. I've been playing too many other games lately. I've been playing Witcher 3 almost exclusively lately,
Yeah.
and
I still haven't been able to get into that like more than he was being continuously staggered by Jack's lightning. That's why he never landed. You have finishing leap, by the way, just to use as a finisher.
no. Anyway. You're dead.
Oh my gosh! Remember, magic is a thing too.
Yeah.
That was close. I thought he was gonna shoot you again for sure. Oh, you know what? I've never noticed the old-timey film
Yeah.
that streaks behind the keyblade.
Yeah.
That's really cool. How have I never noticed that? That's really cool.
Yeah, they did some cool things with Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2.
That's where Santa
Yeah.
Claus lives.
So, okay, I'm so glad we can actually discuss, not me blather about while the other guy doesn't get it, Kingdom Hearts during the stream. Because I've been, like, looking at a lot of, like, Kingdom Hearts 3 footage. I don't know, okay. So let me put it this way. I've been concerned, as have a lot of other people about the combat system in Kingdom Hearts 3. I'm ecstatic about how the world building that they're doing. I'm ecstatic for like having 4 party members on your team with you. Like a lot of the things that they're doing look fantastic.
Look at those names.
I know.
They couldn't even have put real names.
They're blurry.
Like-
That's what Santa sees. Just blurry gibberish. That one just looks like the, and then John below it. The John.
The John.
Anyway, so I've been worried about like kind of basic combat, how they're gonna handle that, because obviously I'm not a huge fan of Birth by Sleep's combat. It has its fun things. I do like style changes. I don't like that they're forced upon you. I do like some of the like commands, even though you can spam the crap out of them, and why do anything else? I just don't like their basic combat, which is kind of, you know, alarming. Anyway, so it's the same team that's doing Kingdom Hearts 3 with a little Tokyo staff on there to help. And one thing that like I didn't realize until I kind of was looking up the history of the you know, the development teams for Kingdom Hearts, that they were the team that actually worked on doing the 1.5 and 2.5 remakes, yeah, remasters. And one thing that like Nomura had said in some interview that had to be translated sometime was that the Osaka team learned a lot from doing that, especially from Kingdom Hearts 2, which kind of shows, because I was earlier today I was playing 0.2. I just felt like doing the boss rush and doing the Phantom Aqua secret boss fight, and it's so much better than Birth by Sleep and Dream Drop Distance, like just combo wise, because that's the main thing that you depend on in the Phantom Aqua fight, and like everything else is just an addition. It's a modifier. You can use magic in the middle of your combos to do certain things, but it's all based around your basic combo. So I think they've got that down, to be honest, and I'm not really worried about how that's gonna look. But yeah, it's at this point, now that I know they've kind of got it down, it's all about whether they can balance everything that they're putting in there with the like regular combat system.
So what were you worried about?
Well, no, like the main thing I was worried about was whether combos were going to be effective, whether there was going to be proper stagger with boss fights, whether those were going to be worthless when you compare them to like anything else in the game that you'd be able to spam. So, and that goes back to game balance. I don't know, like what. I really don't know what resources you're using for a lot of the things that we're looking at during the trailers. Like, obviously we know the resource for the Keyblade transformations is you doing basic combos, and since they're starting to do basic combos better, I'm fine with that because it's dependent on something that we all do in the first place. But like what I don't know, like the link, which is what I'm assuming based on, you know, recent interviews and stuff, the link is what we use to summon, like the... Oh no! Oh, that was close. The Dream Eater... What's his name? The King... Bao Meow?
Meow Meow. Or Meow Wow, isn't it?
Oh yeah, I think it's Meow Wow. Anyway, so like how you summon him and Ariel and...
Those invincibility frames.
It's pretty good.
Are you kidding me? Like he was invincible during that entire spin.
Oh my gosh.
See, I hate those enemies. They are the worst.
Yeah, these enemies, I'm trying to figure out which is worse between the Jack-in-the-Box and the, I don't know what they're called, but like the weird... He just stays there if you want to... Okay. My dog's growling for no reason.
Nope.
What was he saying?
I don't know. You're
the other
talking
enemy I
about
hate.
yeah.
The ones in Tron that
The cycling ones, like the big purple ones.
yeah, the big purple ones that like stagger you midair.
Yeah.
Wow, she is really growling. What? Weird.
She's a protector of the home, okay?
She really is. Like, she'll just, like, whenever she sees a window with the blinds open that she can see out of, she'll go out and she'll just, like, look outside intently. She's really funny that way.
I can't wait to see, because the thing that got me the most excited about the last trailer was I knew there would be Keyblade transformations, right?
Yeah.
But I didn't know the extent of the Keyblade transformations, you know? Like, that whole part where, like... Because, like, you know, like, you saw the drill, you saw all the stuff, like, all those, what are they calling those again?
Unburst?
No,
or what do you mean?
The Keyblade transformations where he turns it into, like, the drill and the guns and stuff. Like, what are they exactly calling them again?
At the moment, just Keyblade transformations.
Okay, but...
Even though they were called drives at one point.
Right.
But there are drives associated with specific Keyblade transformations. They just need to put one label on it.
I know, like, that's the thing, it's gonna be so complex, the combat system. Because it's like, who knows what Keyblade transformations you get in which drive, what Keyblades you have to have equipped to get what Keyblade transformation.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's just gonna be, I feel like it's like a tree, like you're gonna have like a tree system off each Keyblade.
Yeah.
Which actually would be kind of cool if, like, you could upgrade your Keyblades as well as...
That would be really nice.
Yeah.
Making old Keyblades relevant by upgrading them.
Like, because...
They would have to do
Let
that.
me tell you...
Because then you'd lose, like, Hyper Hammer is lame now.
Yeah, it's like,
it has no strength.
yeah, because I can't use this, so I can't use this Keyblade transformation anymore.
I would be disappointed if they did that.
Because I've always wanted to use the Kingdom Key in the last battle. Just because, like,
Yeah,
all
me
the
too.
cinematics have Sora using the Kingdom Key.
Mm-hmm.
And I think if you didn't use the Kingdom Key against Xehanort, it'd be kind of a cop-out.
Yeah.
Unless you had, like, the key
I don't know.
or something.
Seeing Sora wail on someone with the Ultima Blade just brings me just a little more satisfaction, to be honest.
Really, but like I said, then the cinematic changes to him wailing on that person with the Kingdom Key.
Well, not in the remixes though. That's the thing. They changed it so that in the cutscene it has the Keyblade that you're currently using. So.
Okay.
You wanna try this boss fight a few times? Shot, lock, and barrel. Yeah. Wait. Let me menu some stuff. Let me make sure. You know, make this guy.
But anyway, what I was saying, I was really excited about the Keyblade transformations, because, like, especially when I saw the staff, that, like...
Yeah.
But I was even wondering, I'm like, well, what if instead of this, what if it's just, like, that is the Keyblade, it's a staff, instead of an actual Keyblade, like, that you get. And I was like, what if, you know, because they've never necessarily said they had to be, like, a specific sword, right? You know, they could be any other weapon. Which just opens up a cool realm of possibilities, like if Sora battles differently with the staff than he does with the Keyblade and, like, stuff, like, what if he just gets, like, some Keyblade nunchucks or something?
Yeah. So, the only thing I've changed is to make sure you have limit boost, or whatever it's called, any reaction boost. The first limit you'll see is Dance Call, and also I put Goofy in your party because Valor Form.
Valor Form.
Alright.
Yeah. This boss is... It just kind of sucks.
They're annoying, but... So I'm currently on the grid on my level 1 playthrough. Which just... Every once in a while I muster up the courage to finally just get past some stuff on there and then I do,
I don't have
and
the
then
patience for
What
that.
was it they did to
yeah,
me?
you have to get everything exactly right.
Yeah.
That sounds
Um,
bad.
but it's been fun learning bosses that way because like you just can't make mistakes. The one thing that would make it a little less horrible is
Anytime soon.
the
It's the
retry
last thing I
option,
remember.
which when they
And it's the
remastered
only
these,
thing
they had
I
already
remember.
made several
That's why I
games
use
with the
those
retry
clouds
option.
not to
Why
mess
they
with
didn't
Miss
just
Stop
insert that
Boogie
into the
Boogie.
code of Kingdom Hearts 2
Right.
is beyond me,
That's the
but
spirit.
whatever.
I have the
Right.
perfect plan
And
already
anyway,
in mind.
so here's what I'm like. I was thinking about this the other
Have
day
you ever
that
heard of Christmas
there's
time?
they've told us about guard form, about power form, and about magic form.
Yeah.
They've shown us those. We've seen guard form
It
with
seems he needs
the
more time to
Olympus
recover.
or the Mount Olympia
Lucy,
Keyblade, whatever.
Stay here and keep
And then
Sora
we've
and the
seen
others
power
occupied.
with the Toy Story Keyblade. Have we seen it with anything else?
I don't think
What
so.
was we're just kind of assuming
I
that
can't
that's
remember what the
what
Monsters Inc. one was.
that's what
especially
Monsters Inc.
because,
was.
Well, it's like we still don't know
Because
what.
it turns
what-
kind of orangish.
Yeah, we don't know what, but it's kind of still like almost a yellowish orange. So
But it
could be
doesn't
like a
look
dark-
very guardy, so
I know.
I don't know. It could be either, to be honest. And then with the whatever the Twilight Town was it the Starlight? No, not the whatever that Keyblade. And then the staff. Limit gets him down, brings him down to you, by the way.
No, limit dance ball.
And then just alternate between X and triangle. He'll likely do some iframes. Well, you got it. Alright. Nice. Well, oh, reaction command. You missed it.
Oh, yeah, I did.
You can just block or reflect those. Well, block at this point. Nice. Oh,
Oh
that sucks.
no, I'm dead.
Well,
Oh,
we'll
God.
see, because this...
Oh, I hate
Whoa,
this.
where's the damage?
I hate this stupid form.
There we go. I actually was just wailing on Larxene lately, and I went into limit form, and you can't do RCs and you can't do anything. You're about out. You're totally good. That actually got rid of like a bar and a half of the spell. It's just the eternal
doesn't
stagger. You can block
I
that back
know,
at him.
I was-
Nice.
It doesn't do a lot of, like, initially, the way I thought it was supposed to be is that it was supposed to be, like, a super powerful, like, form. Like,
Nice,
it was
that worked
supposed to
out.
be- Oh, that is actually really cool.
Yeah.
I didn't know if finisher could send it back.
Yeah. Some players do no ability runs, and that's their only recourse.
Oh.
You have aerial spiral, so you can come like approach the enemy midair pretty fast. Ooh. Oh. Dang. Nice. Probably gonna get him. I'd just finish him off with a limit. Yeah, that should kill him. There you go.
Yeah, first
Nice.
try.
Good job. I guess I'm just... The boss isn't too bad. I guess I'm just having flashbacks from my level 1 crap.
I never use
Because you
limits
get
in
hit
this game.
once and you're dead.
Yeah,
Limits are super useful.
they are. I mean, I realize that now.
Yeah. You, like,
Except the limits that
eternal iframes, a lot of damage.
The limits that I used the most were awful. Like Simba's limit.
Yeah.
Like, that one was awful.
I mean, it's really only useful against Scar. To be honest.
That. If you.
I can do
are
Scar
doing
if you
that
want,
level
yeah.
1?
Well, I already beat
Oh,
him
you already
level
beat Scar level 1?
Yeah, so I know the strat to
Oh my
not get
gosh.
hit at all.
At
Which
all.
I probably will, because it took me so many times to... You can get hit, like, once by his fire that he leaves behind, and you're fine. But yeah, I mean, luckily the game scales the damage, so we're you're okay on that front. It's not playing. It's not like playing level 1 on Dream Drop Distance or Birth by Sleep.
Right.
Of course.
Oh, here, Maisie, come on.
I was hoping I'd find you here.
Yeah.
You see, it's very important that you go back to Christmas Town. I'm afraid something terrible is going to happen if you don't.
Anyway,
Well, I am behind on my preparation.
by the way, did you think about your top 10? Did you send me a list?
I did not send you a list. I
Okay, that was
failed
Kristen.
spectacularly.
But that's just it.
I put together a list of 20, so
20.
halfway there, I guess.
What are you doing? A top 50?
No, I was thinking of a top 10, but
We did 20.
we may
Oh,
have
so
to.
you had to narrow
I
it
just
down.
I just put down 20 games that like I couldn't bear to not include, and now I have to.
That
not
is
include
so,
10 of them.
it's so hard to put a top 10 because
That's sure to make
what game I
sorry
play
other fools
really
come
determines
running.
on like.
That's my list,
They're all
Uh,
by the way.
Yes. And in the meantime, I'll turn Santa
You can tell what my
Claus
favorite
into
franchises
Santa
are.
Yeah.
Heartless.
Are we done? Who's there?
Oh man, I didn't even think about Pokemon games. That's gonna be hard.
Yeah, I'd have to put at least one Pokemon game in the top 10, no matter what, because, man, they're so good, and
Yeah, they are.
the amount of time as a child playing those. Here, let me take it from you.
Oh yeah,
And did you read the whole list by then?
yeah, I did.
Yeah. So, and then, I don't know. I don't feel like Smash Bros. Games are different enough from each other, whatever, execute me, to actually put them down as separate games on here. I guess put your
I don't know
insert
about that.
favorite Smash Bros. Game.
I don't. Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know about that. You've got. That is a pretty heated discussion right there, actually.
Yeah, well, not heated for me, so.
Melee is the god tier of Super Smash Bros. Games.
Yeah, and I haven't played Melee much, because that was the GameCube one, right?
Yeah, dude. That. Oh my.
I
gosh.
never had a GameCube, so I never played Melee.
That game, I spent more hours on that game than any other game.
Really?
Yeah.
More than Pokemon?
Oh, well, I mean, like, you can't.
Not in a
I'm
single
talking
playthrough.
about.
I'm talking about like total.
You can't group the Pokemon games all in one unless you group all the Smash Brothers games in all in one. Which, if you did group the Smash Brothers games, I think maybe I played Super Smash Brothers on Pokemon.
Yeah.
But I don't. Do I need to go to Finkelstein's lab?
No, back to Christmas Town actually, but you can snag that and probably save real quick if you want.
But yeah, the back and forth of Kingdom Hearts 2, it's like
It's maddening, and Kingdom Hearts 1 does it. The worst in all of the series is the Tarzan world. It's so bad. Like, even if I pay attention to the story after I've played it several times, I still get lost.
I get lost in time.
Because it's so bad. You should want to, like, explore, but here you're just going from room to room. So...
But here's the reason why I played Super Smash Bros. Melee more than any other Super Smash Bros. game.
Watch out for the staggers. Man. I hate those enemies, too.
So, Super Smash Bros. Melee, which is kind of different from any other Super Smash Bros. Game, it had, so there was this setting on it where I think they were called like quests or something, but there was like 150 of them, where you had to do different things and play in certain situations. Like, you had to play Mini and all the other enemies were giant, and you know, or you had to be Ganondorf and beat all of the Zelda characters, like Princess Zelda, Young Link, Toon Link, all on like level 9 against you. So they had all these different events, like, and things to play, and it really made the game fresh and fun to play, because it was like, you know,
I would
It forced you to
definitely
play.
appreciate that.
Yeah, it forced you to play like all these other characters that you like usually didn't play before.
Because like in Smash Bros. 4, there's just not much of
Yeah,
that.
yeah. And like this, there's no. They cut out a story mode completely. They made it really linear. They cut out and also like they had like the target smash, but the target smash was actually fun in Melee.
Mhm.
But Melee did so many things right in Smash Brothers games.
Yeah.
Well,
Plus,
I hope they add that to the next one. Something like that.
Wave-
Something more interesting.
wave dashing, like literally the physics in Melee were so ridiculous. The things that you could do,
Mm.
so fun.
sorry.
If you've ever, I don't know if you've ever watched professional Melee players before.
A little bit. Just like random competitions every once in a while.
Dude, they're so insane the things
Yeah.
that they do. Like,
I agree. Like,
so
I don't know if you've ever watched Zeltic.
Mm-mm.
I got into him when, like, Breath of the Wild was, you know, being announced and
Right.
commercials and it was coming out and all that stuff. And I really like him. But he hasn't, he's been very silent ever since it came out and he did a whole bunch of stuff with Breath of the Wild. Until the Smash Bros. Trailer came out.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know he was like a super fan of Smash Bros. But like he's been basically doing videos of like move sets that he would want for specific new characters. Like the first one he did was the Breath of the Wild Link model,
Mhm.
like what his move set would be, and like he thought this, I thought this even before I like was caring a lot about it, but like obviously up B has to be Rivali's
Oh,
game.
Rivali's Gale.
Obviously.
But the thing is Link's up B has always been like an attack as well, though. You know, and
Yeah.
spin attack is so. It's
But
so.
that could be like a down B, honestly. Like a sort of down
right.
spin attack.
I guess Rivali's Gale could be the could be recovery, and that spin attack doesn't necessarily need.
And then he could be like a what, the Villager and Peach, where like he gets out his glider and he floats down,
Right.
which would make for an excellent recovery, which
And
I feel like Link
can't
has
wait
never had.
for the bombs, like the.
Oh, the remote bombs?
Yeah, the remote bombs.
That would be
and stuff,
awesome.
Like to be able to switch between square bombs, round bombs, and stuff. Like
That would be awesome. That would be
because
so cool.
you could bait people so hard, especially like. Oh my gosh, it would make ledge guarding like the most like the best thing for Link, but the most annoying thing for other characters. Because
Yeah.
essentially what you do is you just put a square bomb down and then wait for them to get in proximity because you can detonate it yourself. Like,
yeah.
I mean, I don't know if
I'm
they'll.
trying to think of other characters that have something similar to that, like a remote detonation type thing.
There's not really many that have a remote detonation. Like others have bombs.
I
Like
think it's all just timing.
yeah. But like if they literally made it remote, like ledge guarding would be the most crazy thing ever with Breath of the Wild.
Same goes for your little
There'd be
Yeah.
no recovery for it. Like
I agree. Like honestly, there's some characters that just have 100% recovery basically,
right.
and that would be nice if Link, one of my favorite Nintendo characters, actually had that. Because yeah, like I love playing as Cloud, but his recovery is crap.
See, but you have to couple Cloud's recovery with things. You have to do a couple aerial slashes and then do his recovery, which staggers your falling, and then you can. Like, there's a few things you can do with Cloud to make his recovery a little bit better,
That's true.
but
It's still not that great.
it's not great. It's like Lil Mac. Any character where
Yeah.
all you can do is go up, like straight up, you're kind of screwed. But oh my gosh, characters like Villager, it's like their recovery is just way too good.
Yeah, but then again, Villager's not really all that strong, so as long as he can, like, his moves are slow, I guess.
Yeah,
His good moves are slow, and everything else is weak.
yeah.
Well, there goes Donald. Alright, I hate this fight. Have fun.
Yeah.
Do you wanna? Are you sure you don't want to try it at least once?
Oh, go ahead.
Alright.
By all means. I hate this fight as well.
Alright, there's sound cues, but I don't want to mess up the audio for the video, so we'll see. I'll just kind of play cautiously. Because, like, you can tell when he's going to do that by him telling you that he's going to smash you. Dang it. And he tells you when he's going to do that, also. I forget what he says, but he says something. You know what? I'm going to heal now, because...
Oh.
Yeah. Something. That should do it. No matter my angle, it always angles that way. There we go. Okay.
Well done.
Toward the spikes, and he's invincible. Alright, and also when he says something about a boogie gift is when I have to summon Chicken Little, essentially. Here we go.
Wait, hold on. What does summoning Chicken Little do in this instance?
Crowd control, so I can focus on... Whoa! There's a bunch of Heartless, and he can basically crowd control. Oh, okay, that would have one-shotted me. And I would have died. But it's okay. Dang it. Missed it. There we go. Alright. Timing on that one. Chicken Little. Okay, and then right there. Oh, good. And Chicken Little has been the way I've been powering up my summon gauge, basically. He's just so useful.
I never use summon in this game.
He is perfect crowd control before Magnet becomes a thing.
Yeah.
Okay, here come the lightning. You use what?
I've never used a summon. Like, I mean, in Kingdom Hearts 2. Like, I think I used Genie once just because I was like, oh, he changed form to you, that's cool.
He's like the worst summon, though.
I mean, but literally, the only reason I used it was the aesthetics. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, that's cool.
Yep.
I think I may have used, what's the first one you get? Isn't it
Chicken Little.
Oh. Chicken Little. Chicken Little World confirmed in Kingdom Hearts 3.
Yes, indeed. There we go. Nailed it. Okay. No, I thought he was going all the way over. Oh, well. It'll do it now.
So you think we're getting?
Be the last
so
one?
you think we're getting that Jungle Book
Maybe. I wouldn't mind the
trailer?
Jungle Book one.
Trailer and next month. Next month.
Oh,
we're
I
getting
think-
a new trailer, right?
I think we're getting a new trailer for the
Anniversary.
Dandelion meeting thing.
Oh,
Oh shoot. Is Jack dead? Oh my gosh, Jack. Come on. There we go. I use Dance Call there because there are typically enemies around and it just gets rid of that worry. But I guess I didn't have to worry. Because Donald was occupying the other Heartless by dying from it.
right. So, new trailers coming out in the first half of April, right?
April 15th, actually,
Yeah.
the very middle.
Yeah.
Yeah, because, like, Nomura's gonna be there, if they're gonna release the game this year, and also reveal all of the Disney worlds like they said they would, they're gonna have to come out with trailers every, like, in April, and then they're gonna have to come out with one or two in June for the, concert.
E3.
And for E3, and then probably Tokyo Game Show reveal the last of it, and then come out in November, is what I'm guessing.
Yeah.
It just makes more sense to me.
I don't know when or if I'm gonna. Well, I think I am, but I don't know when I'm gonna start avoiding these trailers. Because I was kind of bummed out when he said we were gonna announce every single world before
Yeah, I think we
game.
talked about. I'm totally fine knowing all of the Disney worlds. I could really.
So is it only Disney Worlds they're gonna announce, or
Uh-huh.
they're not announcing any of the original ones?
The announcement that they said they only mentioned we're probably going to reveal all of the Disney worlds.
Okay, that's better. Disney Worlds I'm fine with.
Honestly,
Like,
for me, it's just something to look forward to
yeah.
instead of like I don't. Yeah, honestly, like I don't care. That's not a spoiler for me.
Right. I'm glad that they have to use a little help this year, Mrs. Claus. Like I would like those to be surprised. I mean,
Like we
I
already know
Cable
Twilight Town,
Cable
and-
Town.
or Cable Town. Oh, that was part of the rumor, right?
Yeah. I mean, that was pretty much the like where Master Xehanort and
Yeah, I kind of would
what is
like.
his
I don't want
what's
them.
his name grew up.
Ericus?
Ericus, yeah. That's where they're playing chess
Yeah.
supposedly in Cable Town.
And I guess that was already kind of revealed in a way, but it wasn't revealed as
But
Cable
that's
Town.
that's I think that's what they said is coming out in this new trailer, right?
Yeah, which I guess I wouldn't mind because we've already known it's kind of been a thing
Right.
and stuff. I don't know. But okay, so the only thing I care about them revealing is like key story points. I don't mind them revealing what Disney worlds and then what like organization members are associated with those Disney worlds, whatever. I just think that's kind of
What
fun.
if all of a sudden like the trailer's going on and then all of a sudden like Roxas and Ventus are standing right next to each other?
Oh my gosh. They're both voiced by Jesse McCartney,
Yeah,
right?
you're like,
I would love
really?
to do that if I were
You're
him.
like, really? You did that in a trailer?
Oh my
Like,
gosh. They probably
they like give
would.
each other
I
a
don't
high
even-
five or
I
something.
don't even know if they're gonna do something like that in the game, but I think they
I'm
should.
just saying, like they're like, oh well, I guess we tried to warn you about spoilers, but
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I should stop playing around with this. So did you see the last Infinity War trailer?
yeah, I did.
So I've been kind of avoiding Infinity War stuff because like from like videos to people I subscribe to some of the trailers. So like I asked a couple friends like should I even watch it because I really don't want to spoil it. And while apparently I'm a little more sensitive to spoilers for that movie specifically. Like I'm glad I watched it because it was really funny seeing the only interaction we've seen so far between Star-Lord and Iron Man.
That was
That was really funny. And then Spider-Man and Doctor Strange, calling back to the joke, the
Doctor
Mr. Doctor. No, it's No,
He's
it's
like, no,
strange.
It's strange. He's like,
I won't judge. Something like that.
yeah.
So I really liked how, like, the explanation for them going from world to world, and
Is Jack
How they
always
got there and
frozen
stuff.
in that spot? Like, was that something?
yeah, it's his clothes are the key hole to the next world. It still doesn't make sense to me. How like what are they unlocking? I don't know. Whatever.
Before you do so,
Unlocking Jack's
I
heart.
believe there's a friend of yours
I don't know.
who, if I recall correctly,
I don't know.
was the one who told you
For
there's no such
like the
thing
very
as
first
Santa
one you
Claus.
see, it's the Hollow Bastion Restoration Committee card that Sora gets.
Right. The whole subplot with the hearts thing in Kingdom Hearts, I'm just like, okay, I don't care about that. Like, whose heart resides where? Whatever.
But don't give up.
I actually got really excited with Vanitas, like just outright telling Sora or talking to Ventus's heart within Sora, like, so this is the filthy, scum-ridden hive you've crawled off to, you little piece of dumb.
Right.
It was just, I know that I'm mixing metaphors, but yay, Magnet!
Yay,
You wanna try out my custom donut ship I made? It's
yeah.
pretty sweet. Proceed through sunlight storm.
Oh.
Okay, there you go.
What do I have to do? Just shoot?
Just hold down X and move a little.
Just.
That's my ship.
Okay, where do they sit?
In the middle? I don't know. That's the brilliant thing about a donut, like a donut chip, is the Heartless only shoot at the exact middle of the ship.
Right.
So they miss you. Anyway, I don't know where they're sitting. Okay, so how do you feel about gummy missions in general?
I like them in Kingdom Hearts 2. Kingdom Hearts 1 sucks awfully bad.
Yeah.
Like-
At least you could adjust your speed to just get through it quickly.
I
Anyway.
guess so. However, they were just so bad in Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, they're kind of worthless.
Like, it really was just so, like, tasking to get through them. It was like, this is just the worst thing ever, and it really made me dread. It built up excitement for getting to new worlds, but it made me dread, like, going to the new world.
They were, by the way, the worst part of platinuming that game. So bad.
I'm sure they were.
Anyway. So how do you feel about the Kingdom Hearts 3 gummy missions being sort of, from what I've heard, Star Fox-esque?
That would be actually kind of cool. And you know what I would actually like to see?
What's that?
Some gummy battles in the worlds. Like,
How do you mean?
I don't know, kind of like, you know how you have the
Over the
Dragoon, you have the
surface?
Dragoon battle, like,
Yeah.
at the end of Kingdom Hearts 2.
Yeah.
What if they made more, like, gummy, like, battles with the gummy ship, like, on the world? Since the worlds are so big now, you know, I thought it would be kind of cool, like, to...
That'd be kind of cool. Like, instead of this weird mist, whatever the crap this is, like,
Yeah.
have, like, an actual world backdrop environment
Or, like,
that you can
things that
fly.
you had to do, like, so... Like, this is a really lame example, I guess, but, like...
Oh, hey, you got 30. Nice.
So, like, with Breath of the Wild, right? Where...
Right.
To get into each, what do they call it again? The, dungeons.
Mm-hmm.
You had to do something to the outside of it to, like, get inside.
Yeah.
What if, like, they had some kind of barrier or something around the world, and you had to travel around the world in the gummy ship, taking down this barrier before you could actually get in the world. Or something.
That'd be interesting.
It'd be interesting to say the least. Like, not exactly that idea, but something similar as, like,
Yeah.
you know, just a little bit of more use for the gummy ship than just going here to there.
Yeah. I don't know, make it interesting, but also, because the rumor said that, or was it a rumor or was it an interview? I think it was an interview where they said there's going to be an exploration phase and a fighting phase.
Yeah.
So, like, make it interesting, but also make it so that people who just give zero craps about the gummy missions can quickly just head off to the fighting phase and go through. But also, make rewards you get in gummy missions relevant when you're on the ground.
Right.
To actually motivate people to want
What
to.
if you could call in the gummy ship to use as like a summon or something?
That would be...
Just, like, drop
That would be the
bombs.
most ridiculous summon
Dude,
ever.
that would be so cool. Just,
Oh
like,
my
drop
gosh.
bombs on...
I'm just
around
imagining
you.
just the preposterousness.
Like, I mean, but think about it. Like, it could work just like the robots in the toy store. Like, Sora jumps in the gummy ships, shoots all these enemies really
That'd
quick,
be
and jumps
interesting.
back out. Like, that'd be kind of cool. Kind of make it like
Or-
a first-person shooter type thing.
You can only do it once, and you jump in your gummy ship, fly toward the ground, jump out at the last moment, and your gummy ship blows up. The end
I don't know about that.
of the gummy ship.
Because, like, how would you explain getting a new gummy ship to get off the world?
You don't. You're stuck.
You're just stuck on the world
You're
forever.
just-
It's like...
If you
at
ever
this
accidentally
point-
use that summon, you broke the game.
At this point, you can no longer progress in the game.
Just then that's for all the people that complain.
That's where the Kingdom Hearts Hux tie-in comes in, because you have to go find the gummy pieces.
Oh my god. Oh, those missions.
Oh, I hated every minute of it.
Oh man, that's hilarious. I love random cutscenes like this, like random in that like we just flew to a world and we're seeing something like a memory from however many years ago. Just in case no one's ever seen
The Lion King.
The Lion
like,
King.
No one.
So it
knows
is a
what's
dream
going
he's
on.
having, I guess. I mean, I guess that's how they explain it, but it's just funny.
Right. To tell you the truth, I don't think I've ever watched this cutscene.
Really?
Ever. I think I've always skipped it. I think I've skipped it
Even
every
the first time you played?
Yeah, I think I skipped it every time because it starts off as, you know, Simba as a kid. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is going to take forever. I'm going to watch half The Lion King before I even start the game.
I mean, there are worse worlds in this game to watch half of the movie. Just saying.
Yeah.
Though, like, I love Lion King, but, like, I just hate this world because your moveset is so dumb. And movement is different, and it's just...
I actually kind of like movement. Like,
check us out.
Yeah.
Especially once you get the dash.
The dash. I don't know, maybe one of these days I'll go, you know what? I guess I kind of like it. That's about it, though.
I like sliding around while you do
I
the
do
dash.
kind of like sliding.
Yeah.
But that's about it.
Like drifting around corners, that's pretty cool.
Alright, this is a fight I struggle with, so we're gonna see if Magnet helps me.
Sora. I get the feeling they might live here.
Because these guys are so dumb. And they're large enough that, like,
Yeah, that's right.
very little, like Reflect doesn't stagger them. So that if you try to spam Reflect, you'll just die.
Not gonna be a problem.
So,
Gosh, Sora.
what I'm gonna do is, Reflect into Magnet, and see if that kills him. Well, Reflect Magnet hit, obviously, but, like, see if that combination kills him.
Whoa.
Run! See, that's how I feel playing this portion of the game.
You don't really trip,
was,
though.
was exact. I know, but I just feel like it's different. Like I go to block and nothing happens.
Sounds like he's grumpy enough
And
already.
yeah, that's it basically. I go to do my other combo modifiers and nothing happens.
I don't know what that
It's
was
just-
about, but
yeah.
I'm glad it's over.
Right.
The blue against the backdrop of the really yellow kind of is creepy with Sora's
I know
eyes.
the
To
trick.
be
Right.
honest.
Here,
Yeah.
let me show you.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna finish a thought I started like half hour ago. So we know about guard form, power form, and magic form. I think that I don't know what other form is there gonna be. I think that
There's
there's
gonna
going
be,
to
like-
be like
Well, we know about, like, the limit form look
yeah,
from
but
the first trailer.
I think that's gonna be exclusive to the Kingdom Key,
Right.
which is great. All right, customize. We'll put magnet there, and also. Okay, we need one more AP to put on Sora. Oh, whoops. Stuck. You know what? We'll put like 7 on him. I mean, we can't even use it during this
Yeah.
The world, but
use
still.
Flash Step right now.
Okay.
Oh, you didn't put on the no experience boost.
Dang. I mean, I'm fine if you're fine playing that way.
No.
Okay. Because I'd rather not. I want once more and second chance by the end of the game, for heaven's sake.
What do we do?
Stay back.
You know, I actually didn't think how silly it was that Donald and Goofy transform. Okay, let's get my timing.
Especially Donald.
Dang it! Yeah, my timing was off.
Oh.
So I'm just gonna do this, since the only thing that really matters is the fact that I have magnet. Oh, I keep trying to dash. So maybe I'll hit him once and then reflect in the magnet.
Gather.
Oh my gosh! I hate this. It's so bad. It's not a fun fight. Like, being in a tiny space with those guys is the worst. I think this is the root of my anger towards this level, because, like, the first time I played this, I was angry because I couldn't get past it easily.
Yeah. These enemies are definitely annoying. I think these enemies also go for most annoying enemies.
Wow, really?
That was a one-shot.
They both got me, so it was technically a two-shot, but it's... Yep. This is the source of my distaste for this level, this world. Maybe I'll just start out with Magnet. Okay, I'm worrying about damage output when I shouldn't be.
There you go.
Okay, that works.
So,
yeah.
So necessarily, well, all you really need is just a magnet.
Heartless.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
Really
Yeah,
saved
again,
me.
I was just worrying about my damage
just glad
output
you're
to
okay.
magic usage
any other
for that
Heartless
fight
around
when I
here?
really shouldn't be because
Heartless.
I'm not level 1. Anyway,
what they're
it's
called?
cool.
I'm not sure if there are any others.
Oh.
They
Okay,
don't
so
usually hunt outside the
fun thing about
province.
Magnet, which we can't show you now because we're a lion, is that it acts
Hey,
as a
do you
finisher.
know if a guy
So,
named Riku is there? Or some bad guys
if you
in
have
black hoods?
finishing
Or maybe
plus
this
on, you
really
can
big bully
use
named
a
Pete.
finisher right after it. So if you do Magnet into
Oh, well, we might as well go
finishing
take a
leap,
look anyway.
you
Yeah.
do
Wait,
just a
the
whole bunch of
Pride Lands
crowd
are
control
dangerous.
damage to everyone.
Scar
and it's
and the
great.
hyenas have made things unbearable for
all.
everyone.
Right.
There's no
Yeah.
food left.
Anyway.
They've driven off the prey. We're about to
So,
starve.
We can
I've
handle a little
got,
danger.
so I guess
You just saw us
limit
beat those
form is what I'm
Heartless,
gonna
didn't
call
you?
it. Guard form, magic form,
guess you're
power
right.
form,
You
and
could be just what the kingdom needs.
Ultima
Maybe
form.
it
I don't
There's gotta
know.
be some-
There's got to be
there's gotta
something
an
else.
ultimate
Take on this scar
And
guy and all those
I'm
hyenas.
guessing that they're probably gonna show it to us
He
before
took
it comes
over where
out, though.
our last king,
That would be a
Mufasa,
nice surprise to kind of find
So
out
you're
that.
saying
But
this guy's your
Let
king.
me ask you this: do you think
You want us
that
to take down your king?
Heartless form is going to come back?
Wait just a minute.
Because technically, like,
that would be fun.
nothing
Like
happened.
as like a choice.
Nothing happened in the game to like get rid of
Then
it,
again,
right? You know.
Yeah, that would be really fun as a choice.
It wouldn't make sense for them just to drop it altogether.
Because it makes sense why they did anti-form
Or
I'd like to
anti-form,
see
yeah.
the Pride Lands.
here,
So you
because
guys
it
don't
was
mind lending 'em
kind
a pawn,
of
do ya?
a way to prevent players from overusing their drive form, for like punishing the overuse of it, which is great. It's a balancing
She's gonna
mechanic,
go on ahead and
and
tell the other
in the right
alliances.
situations, it can actually
We're
be
supposed to
fun.
meet her at a place called Pride Rock.
But like in Kingdom Hearts 3, that would be punishing you for doing your regular combos, which lead into your Keyblade transformations,
Right.
and that wouldn't be a good balance. That would just be frustrating. So like as a choice, I would be totally down. I would totally be behind like an anti-form drive with like a couple of the darker Keyblades or something.
Can we? Speaking of Keyblades, can we talk about Riku's Toyota Camry key?
Dude, I actually like it.
The Toyota Camry Keyblade.
Maybe it's because I actually love his model that like I'm okay with the Keyblade. But, like,
I like his model too, but it's a car key.
yeah.
That's it. Like, it's a car key. Like, there's nothing else.
Why a Camry?
Just because it looks like the most generic car key, you know? Like,
Yeah.
like they could have Ferrari'd it up and made it look really cool, but it's like super generic. So it's a
If
Toyota
they wanted to
Camry.
go with the car key theme,
Yeah, it's a
I
Toyota
can't even do
Camry.
that reaction command. Ugh, it's so dumb. Anyway.
Oh, the Toyota Camry Keyblade.
Yeah, like I don't mind it. Like I actually don't know anyone who actually like minds
I don't mind
more
it.
than
I
like
just thought it was.
laughing at
I
it.
just thought it was hilarious. I was like,
Though I just finished Chain of Memories, which was like ripping out a wart with a butter knife.
yeah,
But I actually did enjoy Riku's story because there's no RNG involved with like what cards you're getting. it gives you the cards that you'll need for an enjoyable experience. I actually
Right.
did enjoy Riku's story.
Yeah.
But Sora's there's just too much RNG involved. Spamming
I don't know
slates
how I
is the
beat
worst.
that. I don't know how I beat that game.
I don't know,
honestly,
man. I don't know
like,
if I beat it either.
I didn't. But that's the thing. I played it when I was like 14, and I didn't understand the card. Like, all I knew was that like you had to have a bigger card unless you had a 0, and that was literally it. And I beat the game upon that premise alone.
Yeah.
And then like that some cards, you know, combinations did special attacks.
Yeah.
But I didn't even like really know what combinations did what. And
So let me just tell you why I hate this. Another reason why I hate this was because the whole game teaches you to pay attention so that you can use reaction commands to further your experience. Nope, they don't work here. You can't use the reaction command that you've been taught to use for these enemies the entire game. It's not fun. It's not a anyway.
But yeah, I don't know how I beat Chain of Memories.
Yeah, when you were 14 or whatever.
And I won't play it again because it's a one and done.
Yeah, it certainly is. Anyway, the point is, I actually did quite enjoy the story, which got me through the game. And I really, especially aside from the gameplay, I especially enjoyed Riku's
Well, that's
story.
the crappy thing is that they made such a pivotal story buried in such a crappy game.
Buried in a crappy game mechanics and underneath another veil of it being technically a remake.
Right.
Because you're just playing the same worlds over again.
Right. But it is such an important story to the Kingdom Hearts lore.
Yeah.
You know, like it explains the nobodies and
It introduces Nominate, it
the
introduces
organization, like
Riku as like a fully fledged character instead of kind of the friend that turned bad guy, but
right.
he's really good
and
inside.
It's like the reason why he becomes what he becomes and what he does and all this stuff like
That game is actually the reason why Riku is now my favorite character.
right because you
it's-
see him turn into freaking Bad A and stomp Ansem.
Hmm.
What is it?
And the path at the end, he chooses the way to dawn, which is the name of his Keyblade. Like it just
Right.
it thematically fits and is
So do we know the name of his new Keyblade other than Toyota Camry?
Has to have the right qualities.
the ignition Keyblade.
Well, I think
Yeah,
she
the
means
ignition.
I'm not cut
No,
out for
that's
the job,
completely made up. Just so you know. That would be
It's
kind
the
of
Honda.
funny.
It's the Honda Prius Keyblade.
Go before Scar finds
The
out
Prius.
we're here.
Yeah,
I'm really sorry.
that he got for being a Keyblade master. That's what
And
happens.
also an economist.
Yes.
Wait,
Okay.
no, economist.
Wish me
not-
luck. Ready, set. Ah!
Oh,
Dang it! No,
oh,
I thought I was
I don't
under.
think you needed to. I think
Okay.
you could have just.
Okay.
I think
One
you
more
could have just
try.
jumped.
Yeah, I think you're right. So I'm wondering if, like, when we beat the game, I was thinking we would do on air, like, do an episode where we would do like, here's some ways you can level up this and level up yourself and level up your drive forms and like just do like a big old how-to stream where we just kind of dick around with post game. And then, I don't know if we want to go through the Cavern of Remembrance after we do all that, and kind of do as many organization fights, data battles as we can, without, you know, like, leveling up to 99, because that would take a while.
Right.
Wait, do we go here? Yeah. Should we do that, or should we just go on to my, main save where I've got level 99, I've got them all, I've got the
Yeah,
abilities.
let's just do that.
When we could just do our favorite
let's
fights.
Let's just do that.
Because I'm not doing Demix. I'm not doing Demix.
Demix is so awful.
I hate him.
Data
I know the
Demix.
strategy, I could do it, I hate it. I don't like his battle. I like Axel's. His is fun. I don't like Demix, and I don't... You can do Luxord if you want.
Why would I want to do Luxord?
No one
oh my
wants
gosh.
to do Luxord. But I think Roxas is really fun. I think Larxene is super fun. Zigbar is Zigbar is a medium. But Zaldin, is who I meant to say, is really fun. You should definitely do like either Sykes or
I could do Sykes. Sykes is still pretty relatively straightforward until you get to the end.
Yeah. And then Marluxia is pretty straightforward.
But
as well.
Marluxia's I've never actually played Marluxia's because I've never had the remasters.
And if you are too frustrated with Sykes, we can just do the Peter Pan summon strat, and you can just wail on him till he dies. Have you ever seen it?
Yeah, I've seen
What
that.
are you doing?
It's so funny. You just jump up, do some regular hits, don't do your finishers, and Peter Pan just Eterna staggers him. I love how all the important hyenas are one color, while all the unimportant hyenas are another.
Right.
With no prey.
Same with the lions.
Yeah, exactly.
We're not prey.
And then there's just Goofy Turtle.
Well, they're all yours, Scar.
We're gonna come up to when we learn, what's it called? The dash? The lion dash?
Yeah.
Whatever. And I'm gonna ask you how Goofy gets across.
Nala just took down Scar.
Yes. Way to go, Nala.
And then she's running. So Scar
Faster than everyone else.
Scar's not following you anymore?
He
And
had
now
something to do.
they're just walking. They're like, yeah, we've gotten about a block. We've gotten about a block away from Pride Rock. We're good.
We went into the next area. Scar shouldn't be loading at
He's
this point.
an AI. He doesn't have the code to get through here.
We do see anti-form Scar though, I think, at this point.
Scar.
You'll see. He's just a dark Scar. They just stole it from Ocarina of Time. That's all they did.
Oh, I'm gonna pick up Fallout 5.
Is that a thing?
Yeah, comes out. Oh no!
Did you enjoy Fallout?
Far Cry.
Okay.
That's what I meant. I'm sorry.
Okay, I was just gonna say I've never heard that, and I'm usually like, even if I don't care about the game, I usually like am up to date with stuff.
Right.
And I didn't enjoy Fallout 4 like
You
at
didn't?
all. I was
Really?
not a fan.
Oh man, Fallout 4 was so fun. I didn't beat it because I just got so distracted with side quests on that game. But Fallout 4 was really fun. That's surprising.
All right, I don't know.
I don't know a lot of people who didn't enjoy it.
Well, I didn't. I don't know. It just wasn't my thing. There's a difference between Fallout 4 and Witcher 3, because I actually did enjoy Witcher 3, but I just couldn't.
You gotta lighten up.
It didn't hold my attention enough for the time commitment it requires.
Let me guess.
I just felt myself wanting to play other games. But like, I recognize that it's a really good game. Fallout 4, I just was bored most of the time. I didn't like the shooting. Like any combat in the game was just felt half done.
Why, when I rescued the little guy,
It
he was only this big.
was dreary.
Yeah, yeah.
And don't get me wrong, like that's not a reason to not like a game. I've liked really dreary, depressing games before, but it just didn't do it for
Well,
me
no,
this
I
time.
mean, I'm thinking about it now though, that the dreary, depressing games really aren't your cup of tea because you have Last of Us, but you didn't
I
finish
never
that
finished
either.
it. I got pretty far, but I never finished it. Yeah, they really aren't my cup of tea. Like, I don't mind if it's really dark and depressing as long as it's veiled in pretty colors and
See, but like,
no, but like
like Resident Evil 4, like those. I mean, Resident Evil.
that's the thing. I got all the way through Resident Evil 7 and really liked it.
Yeah.
What's wrong?
So
We're never
if it's
gonna make
branded
it.
as a scary game
Yeah.
and like it's just it has to know what kind of game it is, and I have to play it knowing that that's the type of game it is.
Here, I'll show
I just
you
didn't know
how.
what to think about Fallout 4. That's
You
all.
can do it.
Anyway, because I was trying to talk about Far Cry.
Anyway, Far Cry 5. I've never played a Far Cry game before. How did Goofy get across?
So
Exactly.
here's how he got across, right? So there was a big hill behind him. He got into his shell.
Oh my
They
God.
made a jump,
Yes.
and he just slid down, launched himself up.
Nice.
Yep. Solved.
Solved.
But no, Far Cry
Next,
5.
World Hunger.
So
Solved
Far
it.
Cry games are. actually really fun, and I'm gonna get a physical copy of this game so you can play it. I didn't get a physical
Yeah, that would
copy.
actually be really nice. I would
Yeah,
love
I
to
didn't
borrow that.
get a physical copy of Monster World. I got a digital one.
Yeah.
I don't know why. You know what? I kind of prefer the digital copies now.
It depends. I prefer the digital copies for a game I know that I will never even want to get rid of. Okay, now we can do reaction commands.
Right, and it's like, but the thing at the same time, it's like the games that I know I don't want to get rid of are the ones that have like special editions, like Kingdom Hearts 3. I'm really like, I don't know what edition I want to get for Kingdom Hearts 3.
I think I'm gonna end up getting the digital edition of Kingdom Hearts 3, and then just buy some Kingdom Hearts 3 paraphernalia.
Yeah, but
to
like,
be honest.
I'm really interested, and I think this is where it's gonna happen at E3. But we'll get they'll probably release the cover and all the editions and what comes with each. Like, there might be some I'm thinking there might actually be something kind of cool exclusive wise for PlayStation and Xbox.
They might tempt me, but like I would. Unless the temptation was great, I would probably get a digital. Just because then I would have all of the Kingdom Hearts series digital. And I guess one thing, it's not like a lazy thing. One thing about having it digital is it's just it's something that you own that's linked to an account. It can't be scratched, it can't be broken. It's just something that you have. Even if your PS4, if my PS4 burst into flames at this moment, I would still be able to have the whole Kingdom Hearts series with me.
Right.
So, I don't know. And I realize that the likelihood of my PS4 bursting into flame is a little less than the one of the Samsung phones, but still.
Which you have, by the way.
Which I have, but this isn't the one that's known for exploding. And on the off chance that it did explode, I would have a great story. So, just saying.
Yeah. I mean, if you're the first one, that's really the person who can actually get some settlement money there. Everybody else are like,
I would
released something, we released a statement, we don't need to pay you anymore.
I would probably just leave the flaming phone in my pocket for a bit, so that they would
I would
pay
get
me
a
more.
third-degree burn. I'd take a third-degree burn for, a settlement with Samsung.
Dude, that's where it's at, man. Anyway.
But, yeah. Far Cry 5. So the Far Cry games are action adventure, open world, first person shooters.
Okay.
They're pretty fun. Like, they always have a pretty good story. I mean, it's more story driven. It's like a story based game.
Okay, that's fine because like I'm not like huge
online multiplayer first person shooters.
Yeah,
I mean, Titanfall was pretty fun.
The only one, there's two games that like I'm super on board with as a multiplayer shooter game, and that's
Overwatch
and Splatoon.
Right.
That's it.
You played Titanfall though.
I played Titanfall. I enjoy it. I really enjoyed the story, and I semi-enjoy online. I get sick of it really quick.
Really? Titanfall, see, I am the exact same way with any Call of Duty game. That's why I haven't bought a Call of Duty game. Because, like, I just get so bored playing Call of Duty. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
But Titanfall, actually, I think just adding the Titans really created kind of like a...
Don't get me wrong, I will play it online more than, like, any other online shooter besides those other two I mentioned before. So, like, it's up there for me. It's just I have a different scale because that's not my typical thing.
Right. Kind of the same how I played Splatoon once and I was like, it's not for me.
Yeah.
But Far Cry 5 is based in South Dakota, or North Dakota, one of the Dakotas.
I do like that reaction command.
You infiltrate this... basically the alt-right and this like really conservative ultra conservative cult.
Yeah.
And kind of like I don't know much about the story about it, but the gameplay I've seen of it, oh wow.
Yeah, they're one shots.
The gameplay I've seen of it is actually really fun. It looks really fun.
Nice. Well, I'll have to look it up, but like mostly I would love to borrow it sometime.
Yeah, of course.
Ah!
But I've dedicated
Oh my
myself.
gosh!
I've
I
dedicated
just
myself
wanna
to
run
beating
past
The
these
Witcher
guys.
3 right now.
Have you
And
not beaten it?
No,
Really?
not even come close.
But you love it.
Yeah, the first time I played it, I did the first like 3 missions, and then I think like what game came out or something. Something came out, and I stopped playing it. But I just started playing it again, and I'm almost to the point where I quit, like stopped playing the first time.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay,
but-
here's what I forgot to do, just really quick. I need to equip once more, and then soft reset the area. So items, yeah. HP boost, and give him once more. Anything else? Flash step. Oh yeah, I died after I did all that stuff. Oh, soft reset.
Why are you soft resetting?
Because if I die, then all of that won't go away.
Ah, right.
I forgot. I'm pretty sure. Do I have a slide, or do I have a move associated with? Anyway. No, it's just. I think I get that later.
Anyway, it's just a fun open world first person shooter that doesn't necessarily require multiplayer.
Mm-hmm.
So it's pretty
Nice.
story based and story driven, which I really miss in games.
Yeah. That's my thing. Like, call me old fashioned, but I like a good story in my video game.
Well, did you hear? So I saw something. They were like, the new God of War game, which still looks incredible. Looks like it's gonna be super fun. They're like, oh, it's got such a huge story. It's so much bigger than the other God of War games.
That excites me.
Right, but the God of War games were 10 hours, and this one's set to be 25. But I'm just like, really? Like, you're saying that's huge? Like,
Oh, okay, thank you.
oh, wow.
Thank you once
clutch.
more.
That was so clutch.
No, I'm leaving. Screw it. I don't even care about direction.
God.
God. Screw
But,
those
like,
guys.
you look at, like, Final Fantasy games that are, like, 100 hours of gameplay, and you're like, well, that's big.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't think 25 hours is really big. However, to developers now, that's, like, the largest game in existence.
Yeah.
And I guess it is because of the
Which is-
detail that they put into games now, but...
It's a reason
still.
why I'm glad that, like, Breath of the Wild got Game of the Year, because that's a really long game.
It can be.
It can be.
Or it
Yeah,
can be
like
done
the
in- or
speedruns
it
are
can
like
be done in an
25
hour.
minutes. Okay. But like, I don't know, just like a good, really good open world adventure that can give you countless hours of fun. That's the kind of game I really like, and that's the kind of game that's not getting made a whole ton.
They're pretty much done making games like that. Like,
Yeah. Except for Nintendo, because guess what? 2 of the longest games that I played last year were Breath of the Wild and...
Super Mario Odyssey.
No, I played that a lot, but like, it was between Breath of the Wild and Xenoblade Chronicles
Xenoblade
2.
Chronicles 2.
Really long, story-driven, fantastic RPG game. Dang it. Like, that's the kind of stuff I just drool over.
Yeah, I definitely... Give me some content. Give me, you know, a not only one story. I want
this.
some subplots. I want,
Yeah.
you know, side quests that lead onto other stories and unlock other stuff. And
Yeah.
I don't want to be like, well, you're just following the protagonist the entire time until you like,
Mhm.
I want some depth.
That did it. No, I agree. And like, I think Final Fantasy 15, like it's a really good game. We even have a review up on our YouTube channel about it.
Yeah.
We both liked it. It was too much after a while. Like after a certain amount of hours playing it, as well as like the mobile game
Okay,
piece of
he
crap
really,
being
he
the
really
only
didn't
thing.
recognize Donald and Goofy. Hold on.
What happened to you?
Like, I get it with Sora, because Sora's a lion, but...
Yeah.
Anyway. And about Final Fantasy 15, I here's one thought
Something
that I
must have
have
happened
about
in the
Final
jungle.
Fantasy 15.
I have to go help my friends.
I wish I had traded it in when
Okay,
it still was
we'll
worth
back you
money.
up.
Yeah. Yeah, and I see the thing is like I got it digitally, so I can't.
Right. It has no replay value to me. No.
Yeah. I don't know, like I guess part of that point was like I just started replaying a little bit of it, and I'm actually enjoying it a lot more than the first time I went to replay it and went, eh.
I haven't even tried replaying it now that it has like you can play as any of the characters and blah blah blah.
Yeah, I haven't even tried the. Oh my gosh, one more try.
I think you clipped into the waterfall.
Yeah. Screw it. Don't care.
You haven't even tried what?
The what do you call it? The multiplayer, whatever it's called.
Comrades.
Comrades. I haven't even tried the
I haven't
Comrades
tried
because like I
Comrades
just
either.
don't have any interest in that. But like I do remember loving the stories, like especially at the end, like I felt an emotional connection with these characters.
Right.
And like I did enjoy that they did that, and I liked the open world, open sections of world, and a lot of the combat I did like there were a lot of there's a reason why I played that game to death.
But then they had to go and say, I don't know. I'm really like I've really changed my opinion on that game since they've come out with all of the updates and DLC and now this Royal Edition. I saw the Royal Edition, I was pissed.
Yeah.
I was like, are you kidding me? Like, it's not even like a DLC. You literally have to buy the Royal Edition version to get that
And
stuff.
actually play games on the PC.
Yeah. No, I mean but like, in order to get that new content, I can't go and download it. I have to literally go buy a new $50 game.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Simba.
really, like, I think what happened, another thing that Square Enix dropped the ball on was they needed to give that game another 2 or 3 years in development, so that all that stuff could have been included.
I
in
kind of
the
want to look
game.
up the development cycle for that game. I think
They pushed it. They said you have to release it in the next 2 months.
because it got announced 10 years about before its release as Final Fantasy Versus 13.
13, yeah.
And that's where Nomura and the Tokyo staff that built Kingdom Hearts 2 went.
And that's the thing, it was an entirely different game. Entirely. Like, the whole story premise, everything. Like, the only thing that translated from Versus 13 to 15 were the characters. Character models.
Why did they do that though?
Why am I not surprised?
Like it could have been finished sooner and probably been, because one thing about Final Fantasy 15 is with everything. If you look at the entire game, a lot of it's like unfocused.
Sora might be able to
Right.
help, but you're the only
Right.
one who can
It
save
feels
us from
like a game
Scar.
that isn't complete.
Yeah.
Like, especially when you're playing it, you're like, okay, like, there's nothing going on in this open world, you know, in certain spots, and then the cities you go to, like, there's really nothing going on there either. Like, you talk to some NPCs and get some quests, but other than that, there's nothing going on there.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just like, it feels like a shell of a game, because it has the content there. It feels like a developer demo. It's like, okay, you can play the full story through, but no, the game's not
He's
done.
not the Simba I
Like,
remember.
You know,
Something
but
about Hakuna
it
Matata.
it dropped for me. It dropped the ball so bad,
Yeah.
because then they had to spend the next 2 or 3 years playing catch up and saying, okay, what do you want next? Like, what do you want us to do?
Yeah.
You know, what content do you want to see? And it's like, why are you asking us this now after the game came out? Why weren't you asking this before?
Yeah, I agree. It just seems like a scattered thing.
My fault.
And I don't mean like a scattered memory, like a far off dream.
Change anything.
I just mean like I don't like when when the companies, like the higher ups of the companies who own these properties, and I'm talking both video games and movies right now, when the higher ups go, we want this because the statistics show that the audience wants this, and changes something halfway through or like a 3/4 the way through, it makes for a really cluttered experience. Which,
well, I mean, and that's when Nomura left, when he felt like he was being pushed by Square Enix to say,
yeah,
okay, we need to release.
because guess what happened with like Kingdom Hearts 1 was great, and they said, okay, let's we need Kingdom Hearts 2. Have somebody work on a game for the Game Boy Advance because that's selling a lot, but like be working on Kingdom Hearts 2. So, and then they just let Nomura and pretty much the exact same staff go, and in a very short amount of time they made a brilliant game.
Right.
So it helps when you let
There had to
people
have been something
who have already proven themselves, like, trust them and let them go.
There had to have been something going on in the background that we didn't know about between Square Enix and the team that was working on Final Fantasy Versus 13.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was maybe they just weren't given the creative, like Nomura wasn't given the creative, control that he wanted on the game or not. But
Yeah.
if it, like, in my mind, it failed pretty hard because
Oh, wait.
I don't see people excited about a Final Fantasy 16. Like, I don't see people saying, okay, like, what's next? Like, people are pretty much, like, still kind of bummed out about how Final Fantasy 15 really ended.
Yeah. Like, it was a really good game when I first played through it, and then it's just kind of soured since.
Most definitely. However, I mean, Final Fantasy might bounce back with... I mean, it'll bounce back with 7 remake. Like, that will get people...
Yeah, that's the next big project.
introduced. Yeah, but the thing is, it's like, at this point, is it another 10 years until we see Final Fantasy 16 then? Or has there been a team working on it? Like,
I'd guess so, honestly.
But it's like, what team in Square Enix is working on Final Fantasy 16? Because you are stretched thin right now.
Yeah, Square Enix just seems like kind of a mess.
They've
at
got
this
so
moment.
many games they're trying to do.
Yeah.
They've got Tomb Raider. They've got
I'm actually really
Hitman.
excited for that, and I could care less. I could not care less about Hitman.
Right. I mean, they've got Tomb Raider. They've got Hitman. They've got Monster Hunter. They've got Dragon Quest. They've got Final Fantasy, Kingdom Hearts.
Are they working on a Dragon Quest game?
Yeah.
Other than getting Dragon Quest 11 on the Switch?
I mean, they have to. There's fans for Dragon Quest who are asking for Dragon Quest.
Okay. Actually, I do know that Dragon Quest 2 is supposed to come out this year.
Right.
Dragon Quest Builders 2, which that's the only Dragon Quest game I've actually played through and just loved.
But it's like, when you think about it, it's like, Square Enix, what are you doing? How thin are you stretched on all these projects? Like,
Yeah.
why can't you say, okay, Hitman, that didn't work. Like, let's get rid of Hitman. Like, or at least bury it until we need to bring out a new game for licensing.
Yeah.
For licensing reasons. And I mean, Tomb Raider, those were great games. So I say keep. working on
I'm
Tomb
totally fine. Like the Tomb Raider and then the Rise of the Tomb Raider, both great games. I'm excited for a conclusion with the next one. I forget what it's called.
It starts with a U or something. It's like underground or something. I don't know.
Gotcha. Some weird name.
Yeah.
Park the course.
But anyway, it's like, however, the thing is, they've said, okay, we've got the majority of our teams working on Kingdom Hearts right now because we really want to get Kingdom Hearts done, which is great. And it's like, okay, then everybody who's working on Kingdom Hearts is going to go and work on Final Fantasy VII after this. But Final Fantasy VII, like, it doesn't have a release slate. Like, I think the estimated release slate was like 2020.
Yeah, they said all these games will be releasing, but like Kingdom Hearts 3, Final Fantasy 7, and like another one will release between 2018 and 2021 or something.
Right.
So it was kind of like
The Marvel one. The Marvel game they're working on right now too.
Oh yeah. They haven't said anything else about
No.
it otherwise, other than it's Marvel.
But it's just like they are doing too much right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And their game, which really is their flagship, which is Final Fantasy, is as much as I love Kingdom Hearts and love all the other games, Square Enix is known for Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
Like, that's their flagship, but they're letting that go to pot. Like, back to where we were talking about Final Fantasy 15. It's like,
I think they just need to, like, step back a minute and go, okay, we need to reserve a specific number of people and maybe hire some more people and make sure that Final Fantasy 16 is laser focused, knows what it is, that it's a great game, and that it's not jumbled up in crazy development cycles.
right.
So I think that's honestly what they need to do to save, Final Fantasy face.
Must this all
Um,
end in violence?
But yeah, because I don't know if Final Fantasy VII remake is going to like do it. It may be a great game, but I don't think it'll accomplish what they.
I think it absolutely will. I think that'll be the. I think the Final Fantasy VII remake. However, I don't know with the episodic thing if it's going to get a lot of people on board, but I think it'll probably be their best-selling game.
Yeah.
I think it'll sell the most.
I think a lot of people just, whether they care or not, will buy it anyway. Whether it's episodic or not.
Here's the thing, though. You're gonna have 40-year-olds buying that game now because they played that game when they were 20.
Mhm.
Like, the demographic of people playing that game is huge. Like,
Yeah.
it's from, kids now who look at it and they're like, oh, that game looks freaking cool, to adults who played it back in the day and they're like, okay, well, I need to get a PlayStation to play that.
Mhm.
Where I'm like, please, just release it on Xbox. And don't.
I'm sure they
And
will.
don't
Like,
release it on Xbox One X. I mean, do it, but do it on the Xbox One as well.
yeah, not an exclusive, which I don't
Yeah.
think has Xbox done that yet.
I don't think they've announced any games that have come out on the Xbox One X that haven't come out on the Xbox One.
Yeah,
And
I don't think
they
that.
said that. I think they said they wouldn't because I think they said that they would make it compatible for the X, One
Yeah.
X, and One.
Yeah. And I think that's kind of their goal, is to just have a single platform, but have an enhanced version and then a cheaper version people can buy, which I
Right.
think is fine.
Right. Which means if they, I'll be so mad if they're like, you know what, we're gonna bag the Xbox One. You have to have Xbox One S or an X, and I'll be like,
I don't know. I'd just sell my Xbox at that point. I'd just be like, well, what's the point anymore?
right.
But then I'd get like $5 for it, so whatever. That's the thing. I haven't really picked up my Xbox One and played it in a long time. I just have plenty of stuff to play on the PS4 and on the Switch, and haven't really turned it on in a long time, to be honest. So I don't know. Like, if you eventually, like, when you finish Far Cry 5 or whatever, like, I'd be totally down for that. But, like, I just have no reason at this point.
Right.
I actually do like that move, at least for this fight.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Stagger.
And it's a protection. Oh, shoot. That was a reaction command I didn't use. There we go. Ooh. And when you catch him like that, it's satisfying. Ugh.
It's like, how does it roar for the
It's a shiny roar.
It's a sparkly roar.
Indeed, he's about dead. Dang
Oh!
it. Yeah, this is a two-shot battle.
Yeah.
I should have just healed. I don't really use magic. Magnet doesn't do a whole heck of a lot. If I can combo, and that's the thing about these combos that I hate. You travel a lot.
Right.
And if I could do this close to Timon and Pumbaa, I could probably catch them all in it. Oh my gosh. I just have to be careful at this point. Again, it's taking the your blocking instincts, and it's showing you that they don't matter.
Right.
Gosh. Okay, somebody's healing me a lot. And to just use normal attacks to block and things. Dang, there's a lot of damage on Timon and Pumbaa. I have not paid attention to that at all.
Oh, they're shiny red.
Yep. There, that worked. And did that not kill him? Oh my gosh. I'm just gonna heal just in case.
I was gonna say, you could just use a thunder on them.
Yeah, but there's more, and I just do not want to die.
Oh, wow. They are one shot away from death.
Yep.
Our friends Timon and Pumbaa.
But I only have one to deal with now, which I can't hit.
I was gonna say.
There we go.
Oh, wow. That is... that was a close... that was a close one.
Yep. I just don't like these fights.
He went up there.
Do you know what I also don't like about Kingdom Hearts?
The fact that the
Cross?
game doesn't dispense chocolate when you do well.
That could be better, but
Yeah.
the high score challenge, that's some BS.
Yes. Well, sometimes, because I got Warrior of Light, so I'm pretty happy about it lately. That dude, okay, I don't even have to worry at all about the guy with a lot of health that no one can kill. What is that event? It's just some random...
The Moon Gem.
Oh, yeah, the Moon Gem quest. Like, that was just 3 straight turns in a row I win. Because I had freaking Warrior of Light, and I don't even have to think about strategy. So, and that was because I barely, like, luckily, my very last pull on the very last day got Terra EX. And then I didn't even get, like, all of the rewards for that high score challenge. I just placed in, like, 4,000th and something.
Yeah.
So I got Warrior of Light, and then used 6 Mickey and Runes on him, and now he's my most overpowered medal by far.
What's his multiplier?
It's like 7.9, and then with the 230% guild, that's 7.9 times 3.3. So it just does. It is the highest damage dealing medal in the game. And there's no quests so far that need a really, really high AoE medal.
I've been doing Proud Quests lately, and I hate
You
Proud Quests.
need to get through them, man.
Dude, I'm telling you,
It's-
they need to have an optimized button for the Proud Quests.
That would be really
That would be
nice.
so nice! Why can't they do that?
Oh wait. Oh.
Like, I would have
I'm just gonna die because
Yeah.
I kind of screwed. Well, no. Okay.
A Donald heal came through. Or no, it was a Simba heal.
Oh, that's okay. I got this.
I would have no problem playing Proud mode. Or
Yeah.
Proud
Okay.
Quest.
I kind of screwed myself up on that
if
one.
it had an optimized, like...
Actually, that would be fantastic. I don't know how much like work that would be for them, but like Square Enix,
It
do
really,
it.
I mean, if you think about it, would it
'Cause
be
there's a
that
lot
mu-
of
would it be
factors.
that much work? Because like all they have to know is like your lineup, and then it's like it automatically puts you need 5 reverse medals. It automatically puts 5 reverse medals in there. I guess there are a lot of factors of like
Yeah.
how you set it up, but my gosh, just please make something so I don't have to reconfigure my Keyblade every single quest.
Oh my gosh, really?
Because I mean, now that I have this, like, with this setup, I breeze through Proud Mode quests because I can usually use my illustrated Kyrie or illustrated Shion for them, like,
Yeah.
except for the, 1 gauge ones or something like that, but even then, I have good metal set up for that, but just, please, Square.
I'm here.
not using an elixir. Dang it. Okay. Okay, good. Got it. I will use a high potion though. Oh, this is so easy to dodge. Let's see. Just gotta get in a good position, and he'll just jump over you a bunch. Let's see. Let me just try Blizzard when he does that. Oh, that staggered him! Oh my gosh! I didn't know you could do that. Oh shoot.
What do you do in this case?
Just limit. Which means he'll probably have enough health to do his DM, but I'll be fine. I'll just throw on a high potion and... Yeah. And then just whoop! Just kind of... Oh, dang it! Dang it! That came faster. Dang it, Bobby! Okay, I gotta do something. Oh, what could I possibly have done?
Be better. I'm just
Be
kidding.
better. You know what? I'm just gonna use some ethers. That's what I'm gonna do. It's just easiest.
Proud mode. I hate you so very much.
There. A ton of ethers. We're not speedrunning, so it's not like we don't have a ton of money we can buy ethers with. I'll just do it this way. It'll be easier. Okay, so here's my strat.
What's the point of switching to Goofy?
I just like Goofy.
Why
So
not
you
keep
do
it on
that.
so you can get a heal? Because Goofy does like kind of nothing in this battle.
Just reaction command. I don't know. I guess that makes sense, but also I don't know. Simba heals me.
Right, but it's just an extra doll. That's awesome.
That's true. Oh, okay. So he does
Sometimes
this.
I guess an extra heal with Donald.
Yeah, the limit's just the fastest way to deal with him, and I don't want to, because like you can't really do anything against his fire and against his lightning attacks.
Except be frustrated.
Yeah, so like it just takes a while. So I'm just gonna pop an ether, and then he's gonna do this. I'm gonna be able to actually reflect now.
How come it didn't
Can't
do
block.
reflect damage to him?
Because he's invincible right now. And then run, because he's gonna retaliate. Oh, dang.
Ooh, Simba.
Alright, now that I know that you can stagger him with Blizzard, I'm gonna do that. Okay, apparently not. Limit time.
It's just it's a very temporary stat.
Yeah, last time it seemed... Oh, dang it! I'm gonna kinda... bide my time.
Use my thing just to use the proud word over time.
Yeah. Dang it! Okay. Oh, that works out.
Special attacks. Inflict 2,000 attacks. Requiring 2 gauges.
And then you know what? He's a stupid boss. I don't feel bad spamming limits. Third limit, this should take him out. Well, the second limit did nothing. That was just bad timing on my part, I guess. There we go. Man, I'm actually really excited to have 5 party members. So, or 4 party members. You're the 5th, whatever. Oh.
What the heck? I didn't even know I had another 0.2 Kyrie.
You probably pulled on the daily deal or whatever.
I actually quite like the daily deal. Like,
I think it's good. I think it's sort of
it's baity.
Like if you're in desperation to get one of the specific medals, but
it's like, how else, like, since they're making traits such a big thing now with like it's like, how else am I gonna get those medals? You know, like, I don't know.
it's just the circle of life, man. That's all it is. And Mufasa with creepy ghost eyes.
Mufasa.
Yeah.
What if he's Xehanort this entire time?
Probably. Knowing the story, that's probably the most likely.
Mufasa's
Yes. There wasn't even an object this time. It was just being at Pride Rock. You know, that would be kind of interesting. I do like how he does it with the tail. That's pretty cool. Nomura likes explaining Kingdom Hearts lore, especially as of late.
Hey,
So,
what's with the light show?
you think he'll maybe go into... Because the whole thing with Union Cross is that, like, all the worlds used to be one, then they got split apart during the Keyblade War, and then the spaces in between are kind of...
He's gonna be so
I don't know,
busy, he'll
some
probably
sort of
forget
barrier
about his
between the
two best buddies.
worlds.
I expect nothing
You always got
of an explanation.
I don't know, man. Then again,
What
he
do
is
you mean,
notorious
yes,
for
so?
not explaining
What if
certain
he forgets
things
to tell the carnivores who we are? Well, look at
specifically
you,
because
and you're
there
a
is
big
no
roast.
explanation for them.
That's Mr. Pig Roast.
Same thing.
Yeah,
I'm
anyway.
not sticking around to be anybody's foot.
Nomura is Nomura, and the world will never understand
You can
him.
never forget your true
No.
buddies.
And Square Enix will never stop exhausting him till he dies of a heart attack in the next year.
Why he likes Buckles so much. Buckles and zippers.
He's kind of gotten over the buckles
belts.
everything, though.
Well, it's plaid now.
He likes plaid. I like plaid, though. I like plaid on Mickey, mostly.
I like Riku's plaid.
Oh, he's like by far my favorite character model they've done of Riku so far.
Right.
But is it Twilight Town? Sure, we'll find out if there's a cutscene. Yep. Okay. Yeah, I'm really digging his new model and the hair. Like I don't like Riku's model at the end of this game. It's a bit much. I don't like the hair and the baggy pants.
Sounds
Is
like we've got
what?
trouble.
Right.
But I really like the next one.
But the thing is, he kind of didn't get a chance to be remodeled like in this game, and it made sense because
yeah,
like
it's better.
he was just in organization clothes before, and then all he got was his old clothes back.
That's true.
Kind of.
That's true. But why would his pants sag? Shouldn't he not be skinnier? Maybe he's starving. I don't know.
They can do some things.
Yeah. Snagging some chests.
I never understood that Riku, the only way you can not look like Ansem is if you keep your eyes closed.
Me either, but like, I just feel like that's just a thing. I don't know, like a cultural thing. It was in Warcraft 3, so who am I to judge?
Illidan,
Yeah.
the Demon Hunter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, the Demon Hunter was so cool. He was my favorite hero. In
Oh,
Warcraft
me
3.
too, by far. He was just my brother. Even like he was an artiste, and he drew like a whole thing of Illidan.
Oh my gosh.
We liked
Warcraft,
Illidan.
Warcraft 3 was such
It's
a
in my
fun
top
game.
20, man.
Yeah. I think I'd have to put it in my top 20 as well. Like, it was such a good game.
Yeah.
But I just played. I played.
Oh wait, I'm supposed to go to the station.
I
Whatever.
played online a ton, but I played so much of the custom.
Oh yeah,
maps.
the custom maps. Like okay, so I didn't enjoy PvP a whole ton. I mostly enjoyed like the cooperative custom maps that people would make.
Yeah.
I would play those for hours on end and just listen to the shins. That
Oh,
was my
yeah.
thing. That was fun.
No, it's such a good game.
Anyway, what was I gonna say? I forget. Screw it. Who cares? Oh, I remember what I was gonna say. So now an hour and a half ago. So with the forms, I honestly think that they will be doing growth abilities again. So like we've seen air slide, not slide dash. We've seen
Oh, yeah.
air slide, double jump, and dodge roll.
Right.
Oh crap! I forgot to customize. Okay. I just used an ether. Shoot. I almost want to die in
You
this.
can buy more.
Yeah, I can buy more. That's alright.
You're not playing. You're not doing a speed run. We
Missed that. I'm just worried about. Well, I guess I should be worried about these guys too. Wow, what's he doing?
See, this is all
Okay.
new to me. I've never used these limits before.
That was just a panic Trinity limit. I'm probably gonna do Valor form at this point.
I was hoping you'd get
Shoot.
again, but the counters and resets.
Oh my gosh, okay.
These guys are the
Bad
worst.
idea. Yeah, they are the worst. I just need to stagger
We keep-
one and then
we
I'm
keep
done.
talking about how many enemies are actually the worst, but
But these genuinely are.
well,
Hmm.
in my experience, the dancers are the worst.
No, you can easily.
Oh,
They're.
dear.
I don't know.
I hate the dancers, especially because imagine my play style. I'm a melee only,
That's true.
so
There we go.
once they start glowing and dancing around, like well, not the only way, I can beat them.
These guys are fine
The
once you
easiest way
get
to
their
beat them is
reaction.
this. Yeah, because usually there's berserkers with the dancers.
Yeah. Yeah, the only reason Berserkers are the worst is because they're really hard to stagger. But once you stagger them, that's all you have to do. And I wish I would have saved the Trinity limit for those three Berserkers. But oh well. No, but like, there's ways to deal with enemies. The Jackbox ones, like take your ways to deal with them, and they just throw it in your face.
Because there's really not.
Because like you can stagger them with reflect, and then they'll just like do a random retaliatory shot in your face.
Yeah.
So which is kind of dumb in my opinion. But oh well. I do like the variety of enemies in this game. It makes the combat actually like make sense why it's so complicated, I guess you could say. And like, okay, so you said earlier that Kingdom Hearts 3 combat is going to be complicated because they have all of these things, but like,
No, not complicated, complex. Like,
makes
which
sense.
just means like in depth and kind of more variety to it. So I don't necessarily say it'll be complicated. I just think it'll be different layers to it. It'll be
Yeah.
complex.
So one thing about Kingdom Hearts 2, like it's generally revered by the best players as the best game in the series,
Let's jump in after.
and by most common players. But like,
sure, but
a lot of them
lead us to
like
the
other
organization's
games,
world.
like Dream Drop Distance and Birth by Sleep more because the commands are fun and like it's flashier and like I get it, like I get the appeal, and also that appeals to me as well.
Right.
But I just like how balanced Kingdom Hearts 2 is. But one thing
What do
about
you
it
mean?
is, let's
End
all
up
think
like
back to our
Riku?
first playthrough. What did we do most? We pressed X a lot.
Mhm.
And like when things frustrated us, we tried blocking a little before we pressed X.
Right.
Like honestly, that was a lot of my playthrough because it was on standard mode. I didn't really die ever because it's not an extremely difficult game. But like I really understood and I tried out combo modifiers a lot because that changed up the game that I was playing, which was pressing X a lot and occasionally square for finishing leap and for horizontal slash and stuff like that. But it doesn't explain limits very well. It doesn't explain summons very well.
Right.
It doesn't explain. It doesn't even explain your drives very well. It just introduces them and lets you try them out, and like most people don't use them enough to understand them, but they use them enough to like get them out of pinches and to have fun with them.
Oh, do that organization battle.
Okay. Alright, my drive gauge is at 1, which sucks, but I'll try it a couple times. I usually defeat these guys on my second round of Worlds.
Right.
So Larxene, I can defeat fairly well the second time we come to Port Royal, stuff like that. But I tried her a few times when I was streaming.
We didn't change the circle of life keyboard.
Oh, that would have been nice. Oh well.
I haven't watched the Sora Allen walk,
You should watch it, it's good.
I need to.
Oh shoot, I forgot about that. I have Slapshot though. It's really hard to get. No!
Do we have Slapshot?
What? Here, I'll just do that. Maybe we don't.
Phenomenal cosmic power.
Oh, I don't have dodge roll.
Wow.
Have it. Oh man.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay. We can come
don't-
back to those.
I don't think I'm gonna beat him without dodge roll, to be
Right.
honest. It's an integral part. It's an integral part of my strategy.
You pressed square and nothing happened, and
Yes.
then you just got.
It was
Oh.
very frightening. Oh my gosh.
You what?
I was so confused because that's my go-to. He's not a very hard, like, I guess I haven't done the, what is it called? Shadow Illusion?
Like silhouette battle?
Oh yeah, the Absent Silhouette. So I haven't done Absent Silhouette him for a while, but like I've done Data him, and it's really not that hard. You just spam Reflect and make sure you have an elixir or two on you. Or some ethers if you want. But like, it's, yeah.
Hey, so how do you guys know Kyrie?
And then RNG with when he performs his RC move.
Right.
So, anyway, I
Kyrie was
think I enjoy Larxene more than him, though.
And
It's
she
more
said
fun.
she was looking for
Yeah.
you.
I don't know.
Tell me where she is.
Well,
I love this with Kyrie. You and this dog fell through a hole that appeared in the
Stick
wall.
around, Sora's bound to show up.
And then they're
said
just
he's coming
fine.
back.
Okay.
Stinking hater.
What took you so long?
Yeah.
Pens. What? The worst part of this game.
Somehow, I just
Repeats that
knew
9
you'd be
times.
here.
You know, I've discovered a whole slew of videos that
You've got iron
the
guts, jumping
biz
right
kits
into the darkness like
used to
that.
do on like when they would mod the game. And there was one where they survived a surprising amount of time. I think it was beginner mode. But like it was him versus Sephiroth and Terra and Xemnas all in one thing, and it was just like a
Oh my
mess.
gosh.
A whole cluster mess.
How would you even handle something like that?
I don't even know, man. Just reflect a lot, I guess.
I mean, but like,
It was so ridiculous. And then another one he just did this whole compilation of things he messed with the game. And one he did like 6 Xemnases.
Sorry. Hey,
It was just
it's not your
this
fault.
absolute mess.
Come
It was
on,
just really
cheer
funny.
up.
like I'm even trying to think about like, could you beat? I mean, I've seen videos of like 2 lingering wills.
Yeah.
Could you beat 2 or 3 lingering wills?
I don't know.
Because it's like
In theory.
you have to be so tight with just one.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like. And like
there's just too much RNG where with all 3 of them.
Yeah, trying to keep them in the camera so you can see what they're doing and like, I don't know.
So I guess in theory, Sora, don't look directly into the sun. No. Or Donald and Goofy. Thank you, by the way, for making me realize why, you know, the whole Twilight Town, and it's always Twilight.
Yeah.
Oh, Roxas. Are you a Roxas fan, or...?
I am a Roxas fan.
Okay, I like Roxas.
I like it more than Ventus.
Yeah, Ventus is kind of whiny.
Ventus was just whiny. Roxas was just pissed.
But I like Ventus more than Terra. Terra just doesn't make sense.
Really? I like Terra.
Because, like, he's like, oh, the darkness is overcoming me. But, like, he had, like, a single little moment of, like, you can use the darkness if you want. And he went, no. And then all of a sudden, like, he can be manipulated super easy by Maleficent. And to do something horrible to Aurora's heart. Like, it just doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. And I don't know, I guess some things about Terra's character are good, but, like, overall, his story doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
Right.
Because all it is, his story is basically about him fighting off the darkness, and he does it the whole time, but then he falls to darkness for some reason. Like, it's just, it's not a very good reward for the theme of his story.
Right, right.
So, Aqua is boring, but has a good reward for the theme of her story.
She does.
So, yay, Oath Keeper! And Limit Form!
You finally get dodge roll.
Yes. Just gotta level her up. Which we'll do in Hollow Bastion
on the message
and
as you
stuff.
so desired. I told
Yeah,
the
after
young
these
Sora
cutscenes,
to
we'll
keep defeating the heartless.
finish up the stream.
Good.
Yeah.
Not only have you the power to inflict pain,
So many.
you also
metals
have
that
the
are useless
power
in
to
this
plant
game
seeds of doubt.
That used to actually be pretty good.
Yeah. Though I am glad in Union Cross that they're going to do quests that you can only use tier 3 medals for and tier 4 medals for, and even if they just did like, okay, you can just use tier 5 and below, and it being pretty difficult,
right?
Like it rewards players for having gotten so many medals over the course of their playthrough of the game.
Right.
So I really like when they do that.
About Axel.
Because then, like, you can start thinking about old strategies you used to use, like turtling with HPO and with Vex and B, and like I don't know. There's still strategies you can employ, but like a lot of what it is now is just having a lot of punch and a lot of power.
Yeah.
In the first place.
So
he deserves nothing more.
Though I do like them introducing upright attack up and upright defense down, and same with reverse, in smaller numbers, because like right now you just don't have to worry about your regular attack and defense or PSM attack and defense.
No, not at all.
But like once they start introducing that, then you can start.
Is that like the limit on that? Because like right now, if you have, it's essentially it's like if you have illustrated Kyrie EX or illustrated Shion EX, you're maxed out. Like,
yeah.
You put a copy medal and you max out.
They maybe will eventually. Like after Kingdom Hearts 3 comes out. Well, like right now they're just focusing on giving you better and better medals. It's like it was at one time with attack up and defense down. Because it used to be just like you could do 2, and then if you got a really good medal, do 3 attack up with 1 medal. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and save and end the stream there.
Okay.
And hopefully sometime in the future, it's not like it's an urgent thing anyway, we can do like a top 10 thing.
I think even if we did like a phone podcast thing or something, like...
Yeah, we could just all get on Discord or something. That'd be fun. Anyway. Alright, thanks for watching, guys.